The Anglican Bishop of the Diocese of Oji River, His Lordship, the Right Reverend Dr. Joseph Egbuonu, PhD, on Sunday, April 12, 2026, led a delegation of clergymen on a courtesy visit to the traditional ruler of Egwu Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Victor Meniru, Ezedunu II of Egwu Kingdom, following the successful installation of Ven Alexander Chinedu Uwechina as Archdeacon of Egwu Deaconry. The visit held at the Royal Palace commenced with the traditional breaking of kola nut and prayers, symbolizing peace, unity, and goodwill between the church and the traditional institution, an enduring hallmark of Igbo cultural heritage. The courtesy calls come on the heels of the historic installation and induction of Ven Uwechina at Emmanuel Anglican Church, Egwu, an event widely regarded as a significant milestone in the spiritual growth of the diocese. Receiving the delegation, His Royal Majesty Igwe Meniru expressed deep appreciation to the bishop and his entourage for the visit and the successful conduct of the installation ceremony. He commended the diocese for its unwavering commitment to spiritual development and community advancement. The monarch further praised His Lordship Bishop Egbuonu's visionary leadership, noting that his dedication to service and development would elevate Oji River's profile on the broader scale. He expressed optimism that sustained collaboration between the church and the traditional institution would position the area for national and international recognition.
I'm an Anglican, a strong Anglican member. And secondly, I'm the traditional ruler of Egwu. The priest in charge of our church, Venerable Alexander Chinedu Uwechina, was done in a solution of induction today as Archdeacon of Egwu Diocese. And induction of Archdeacon is done by Bishop. So the Bishop of Oji River, Right Reverend Joseph Egbuonu, who happened to Bishop of River, was the person who did induction. And we all attended the mass of the induction in the Emmanuel Anglican Church, Egwu. And after the service, he came here to pay courtesy visit to me as the traditional ruler of Egwu. Yeah, I'm very, very happy because I invited him, and also he wishes to come, to pay courtesy visit. So I'm happy seeing every one of them as a Christian. It's a very good development and it's a very good attraction to Jiva people if actually the university will be cited. So it's a good one and we are happy about it. It's a very, very big challenge late last year when there was a family crisis that my first son went into social media and it went viral. So, but we give glory to God, as you can see me today with my wife, that everything is coming to an end. I'm trying to forgive him and forget what happened late last year. So that's all what I can say about that. God of Abraham is my strength and the strength of the family.
Speaking during the visit, His Lordship, the Right Reverend Dr. Egbuonu, described the engagement as a reflection of the strong and mutually beneficial relationship between the church and traditional leadership. He emphasized their shared responsibility in fostering peace, unity, and sustainable development within the community. In a forward-looking revelation, the bishop disclosed plans for the establishment of a university in Oji River, stating that the diocese is currently waiting accreditation from the National Universities Commission. He expressed confidence that the proposed institution would soon commence operations and significantly boost educational development in the region.
We inducted a clergyman who was made an archdeacon and posted to a Monarchy Egwu. So it's an official induction that we have done today, like installing him on his throne or in his stall as an archdeacon. So that's what we did today. And it attracted a lot of people who came to facilitate with him. Yeah, Oji River is one of the government areas in Enugu West of Enugu State. And it happened to be there is no university or any higher institution very effective within Enugu West, except Cooperative College. And we feel that it's, though a Herculean task, but a worthy one to get involved in building a university that will capture the youths who are trying to be useful to themselves, those who want to go to school. So the university already finished a lot of documentation with NUC. We're now waiting for them to properly ratify their moratorium so that we can begin to think of their coming to verify what we're doing. We already have a teaching hospital that is already working. The governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, graciously returned back the old Anglican hospital that was taken over by the government, and we have been able to rebuild it, and so it's going to serve as teaching hospital. And many other buildings are rising in that site to become University of Ojiriva. Though about 3 different campuses, but it is quickly going on. Yes, the government can do what the government can do, which is legislation and execution of laws. But the government cannot change people's hearts. So there is a need for synergy between the government and the church, so that the church will do what the church alone can do, and government can only do what they can do. Government can catch criminal and kill the criminal, but it cannot change the criminal. The church alone has the strength, the ability to preach, to teach, to disciple, and change wicked people to become. And when the church came in, the church came with 4 major things. Church came with the gospel carried 4 major things. The church, which is the gathering center for everybody. And then number 2, the church came with school. Most of the schools that even the governor and the rest of them attended were church-owned schools. And even some of the presidents of Nigeria in the past, like Zik, attended church-owned school, Michael Obala and the rest of them. And then the church also came in with agriculture. Most of the foods we have in Igbo land today were brought in by CMS. The church also came in with hospital, so that the school will take care of the mind, the church center will take care of the spirit, and then the hospital and agriculture will take care of the body, of the man. So the church came in to address holistically human need. And so the government, appreciating that, will be able to work with the church to see the church doing exactly that what the church is meant to do. The church is in the grassroots, government is not in the grassroots. So the government needs the church to get to the grassroots. In Anambra State, when Peter Egbu was the governor of Anambra State, he worked with the church extensively. He was the first to return schools back to the church and funded it, paid the teachers, funded the building of those schools. And within the 2 years, Anambra became number 1 in education in Nigeria. So that's what the church can do, a partnership with the government. We also pray for the government, we direct the government, we speak to the conscience of those in power. These are the things the church can do. Yeah, the Igwe is one of the rare species of Igwes in Igbo land. What we observe in recent time that most of our kings and Igwes are taking our youths back to idolatry. But here we have an Igwe who is taking them to the church. And he was one who requested for us to actually pay him a visit. He was in the church all through. He came back from Abuja because of that. And we're now discussing on how we can partner with him to advance both development, spirit, soul, and body among the youths in the community. So the Igwe is one of the few that are still remaining who still love God. There are many Igwe, but majority of them are into terrible idolatry. I mean, terrible, giving our youths masquerade. And when youths get involved in masquerade, of what use? They only enjoy themselves, drink and eat. What does it give them eventually? Send them to school. Give them football competitions. Let them pray. And we'll find those who are the best talent. Send them to Europe. Open a football academy. Open a school acquisition center. Empower them. Somebody in the Navy brought out 200 million naira through the church. And 200 youths were admitted into a closed door training. Their minds, their spirit was first of all affected through Bible study. And then later thereafter, they were training skills. The man gave them 1 million naira each to go and start any skill of their choice. In the next 5 years, you see those same youths coming back to give back to those because they know they were made this way. That's what they call paying forward. But our people are all selfish. So the Igwe we came to his house is a rare type. That's why we are here. We can see my clergy, everybody. We came to just pray for him and honor him.
The newly installed Archdeacon Ven Uwechina expressed gratitude to the diocese for the trust placed in him, pledging to discharge his duties faithfully and uphold the values of the church.
Well, the issue of induction and installation is a ceremony when an archdeacon is posted to a new environment. The bishop comes to install him and commission the souls and the archdeacon to his care to stand in for him. That is simple way of explaining it. It's a ceremony. I'm an archdeacon for some years now. I came in this January, so he has to come here to fortify the altar for ministry in this place on his behalf. Yes. He has been a very a member of the church, is still a member of the church, and as Egwu, you can't organize such a program without him to his house. And he actually did it. He invited us, so we have to come to encourage him and to pray for him, so that he will occupy his office on behalf of God. On behalf of God, to encourage and stand by him. God bless his ministry even this time, because the church and the community has to work together to have impact over the community. So we are working together. The job of the church is soul winning and discipleship. And we have come to bring the message of salvation. Thank God that this time is a period of Easter. We have to testify the reality of the resurrection of the Master. So at this time, youths are going away from the church. So our job is to convince them to come back to God. Whatever has happened to them is wrong. And to bring this message of life. Christ is the way, truth, and life. And there's no other way through which a man shall be saved, except through Jesus Christ. So I have to emphasize what we believe and encourage them to come back and break light in the midst of darkness. The church is for development, for improvement, and for, of course, salvation of souls, total salvation of souls.
The visit ultimately highlights the enduring synergy between faith and tradition in Egwu, as both institutions reaffirms their collective commitment to unity, progress, and holistic community development.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ogama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.